So let us bow and ask God for guidance and protection, and most of all to show our gratitude. Most compassionate, gracious, most compassionate Master of the day of judgment, thee we worship, and thy name we seek. Guide us on the straight way, the way of those on whom you have bestowed your grace, not those whose portion is wrath, nor those who go astray. Amen.
Amen.
Dear believers, so we have gathered to start this day. Well, we are told as believers to compete in a race towards all that is good. But we know, and history has proven it, that it doesn't take a nation to start a movement. Most movements, as Brother Umar can attest from being a young adult leader, as he's a leader in his own right in his field, is that some people wonder what happened. Some people say, Brother Fareed, what's happening? But other people's make it happen. So we stand before our God this morning to say that we're part of making it happen. But we know that everyone doesn't come on board, but everyone loves a winner. So whenever we start anything, we win. It's a song that says, every time you see me, you're going to see me winning. Winning is in the minds of the believers, because we know that the Lord's word is true. And I was told one time that when the believer takes a step towards God, he runs towards us. So that's what we're asking today as we try to build a future for the young people that sit here at this table and for the leaders in this room, and there are some, Sister Fatima and Sister Salima and Brother Umar, who will lead after this generation. The awareness is what we're trying to establish. And we have done that. We can claim that victory this morning in the name of the Lord, as we continue to talk today with the young people and then meet other believers tonight at the gala. So coming all the way from Maryland, Washington, D.C. area is a young lady that I've known for maybe 15 years. Her bio is in the book, but I want to tell you something about our speaker for this morning. I know her very well. I know her mother, who is a fierce queen, who I met during the time that Anissa was Miss North Carolina A&T State University. When I met Anissa, she was in her jab on a college campus, Sister Fatima. And she was holding her own. But what I really saw is what the students, the love that they had for her. They didn't see what she was dressed like. They loved her spirit. They were her allies. They didn't see a headpiece. They saw a queen. And they elected her unanimously to be their representative. For me, as her advisor, not because she was Muslim, because I was the advisor to all university queens. So here I am, 1972 was the year. It was two other sisters and myself as students. We were juniors. We were on the campus of North Carolina A&T, and we had accepted Islam. We were in the Nation of Islam, and we had headpieces on and long skirts, and that was not the norm. But we were proud of who we were. And I just believed in what was told to me as a young Muslim, that one day, and this is from the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, that one day Islam will be on the lips of everybody in America. Sister Rhonda was with me during that time, and other believers our age, and we just believed that was true. And we were soldiers, and we kept pushing through. But it's not what we saw, it was the faith that we had, because faith is what you don't see. And we just stood on his word, and we just kept marching. So here I am. What year was that, Anissa? 2005. Now we're talking 35 years later. What is your name? Right, your Salima's son.
Zaki.
Zaki? So you're 18. And that's what we were. 18, 19, 20. And we heard the elders telling us stuff that was going to happen, and we was like, okay. And we were in a minority. We were dressing different, but to others it looked funny. But it wasn't funny to me because I had learned modesty. And it felt all right to me. I just felt like a queen soldier, and I was proud of it. So your mom and your grandma and the people in the community tell you things, now you go, okay. But 35 years later, I saw it to be the case when I met Anissa. And she was a Muslim, and she was covered, and she was a university queen. Before her, I had advised 15 queens. And then I meet a Muslim queen that was fierce and that everybody loved. And Anissa, I don't know if you remember it or not, but I remember when public relations came to me behind Murphy Hall one time, and I was getting out of my car, and they says, we want to interview the queen. I said, okay, well, you know, they interview the SJ president all the time and the queen when they're first elected. But a student was standing there, and they said, because we want to know how she feels being a Muslim and being Miss A&T. And they said, not. What are you going to ask her that for? She's the queen. And that ended that conversation. Now, they interviewed you, but it wasn't what they wanted it to be. So the students rallied to her because she has this magnetism about herself and this determination. So one day, Anissa, you might remember this. So as I mentioned, I didn't see it coming. But when Allah put it in front of my face, you remember I bowed to you? And I cried. Because she was a dream come true. I never knew that I was going to witness a Muslim with a head covering that I had worn in 1970 become the university queen. But God, he simply says be, and it is. I introduce you today to Miss Anissa Rashid Crosby.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I'm sure it's good. Oh, those are pretty shoes.
That's all I got. So it's early Saturday morning.
Alhamdulillah.
And I'm an excited person.
All right.
So we're going to start off with some excitement.
Yes, ma'am.
So I need y'all to help me.
All right.
Okay. So you're going to repeat after me. I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I want to be.
Be what I want to be.
If I work hard at it.
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I want to be.
I'll be where I want to be.
I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I want to be.
Be what I want to be.
If I work hard at it.
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I want to be.
I'll be where I want to be.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Boys and girls, young men and young women, kings and queens. You are now in a space where we're going to challenge your minds. We're going to encourage you to use your imagination. We're going to provide you with some education, things that are going to help you be better. Does that sound exciting?
Yes.
All right. So I am Anissa Rashid Crosby, and I'm thankful to be here with you this morning, all the way from D.C. I thought I was coming to warmer weather, but it's a little chilly outside. But it's okay. I'm here, and
Yes.
I'm excited about that. So today I want to discuss two things with you. I want to discuss that you are the now, and you are a winner. Do you believe that?
Yes.
If you don't believe it, I want you to believe it at the end of this session. I want you to really believe that. So, have you ever heard anyone say you are the future? Raise your hand if anyone ever said that. You are the future. Well, today, I want to discuss that you are the now. In order for you to be great and lead this nation into the next phase, I need you to be great and realize that you're already great right now. So you are the now. Why wait to be great when you already are? So I want to start by telling you a little bit about my story and kind of my journey, because I want you to realize that becoming a queen was a process. It started much earlier. So you can go to the next slide. So let's start with the kidpreneur part of me. So at the age of 9, I started a clown business called Sister Clowns. I went out and did birthday parties, dressed in full clown, and I made money. During the school year, I thought it was funny, students laughed at me, but when it was time to buy something that I wanted, I didn't have to ask. I had my own money. And from there, I went on to be named Kidpreneur of the Year by Black Enterprise Magazine in 1999.
Wow.
I was also featured in Black Enterprise Magazine. I received several awards and honors. And this was all before I'm out of high school.
Wow.
I also went on to be featured in Essence book, 50 of the Most Inspiring African Americans, along with Halle Berry, Oprah Winfrey, Denzel Washington, at the age of 17. Wow. So, if I had to wait and think that in the future I'm supposed to do something, I may not have taken the opportunity to be great right now at a young age. So then, let's move on to the next phase. As a college queen and a trailblazer, I was elected as Miss North Carolina A&T State University in 2005-2006. The first Muslim A&T queen to wear a hijab.
Allahu Akbar.
I was featured in A&T Today, as well as Aziza Magazine. All before I'm out of college. So now let's talk about the next phase of being a role model and a mentor. My daughter started her first business at the age of 9. My College Doll. It started from a conversation that we had in the car. She had a problem. She wanted something. She wanted some clothes for her dolls, and they didn't exist. I said, okay, well, make them, create them. She said, well, I will. I said, okay. And then later, we have My College Doll, which is a company that uses dolls to encourage girls to attend college. The age of 9. It's about the now. You don't have to wait to be great. If there's something in you, you hear stories all the time about young people rising to the occasion. Well, there was a young lady that she liked Steph Curry, but they didn't have any girl shoes. And she wrote him a letter. What did he do? He created girl shoes.
Amazing.
So if there's something that's in you, whether it's changing your community, if your community center doesn't have enough programs for you, recommend them. You don't have to be an adult. You don't have to wait. If there's something in you, you're already great. And you can do that now to prepare you for the future. So, you are a winner. Let's talk about that. So before you click next, who knows this person up here? We all know him, right? Click one more for me. Do you think LeBron James is a winner? Raise your hand if you think LeBron James is a winner. Whether you like him or not, that's not. So almost everybody has their hand raised, okay? In 2019, he didn't win the championship. His team didn't even make it to the playoffs. But you still think he's a winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, next. He joined the NBA in 2003, but he didn't win his first championship until 2012.
Mm-hmm.
But you all told me he's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Let's read this. Winning doesn't always mean being first. Winning means you're doing better than you've ever done before.
Mm.
So I don't want you to always feel like, I gotta have the trophy. I gotta have this. We want you to be better than you were yesterday.
Mm.
You being here today is a part of you being better than you were yesterday.
Yes.
Now maybe your parents drove you here, told you was gonna be here. But you're being attentive, you're learning, and the people that are not here are not gaining what you're gaining today. So we're going to learn about something called the SWOT analysis. OT. Now I learned this in college. I was a marketing major, but I said, you know what? You're never too young to learn about things that's going to make you better.
Exactly.
You have major companies that use this to make them better. So we're going to learn about this today, because I want analysis today, but we're going to take this and apply it to ourselves. So if you have some paper, I want you to get some paper out, because we're going to walk through this, and I want you to know that you're a winner, and we're going to talk about how we're going to make you better, how you're going to work to be even better than you already are. Because being a winner is about being better, getting better every day, so that you can be great now, and you can be great in the future, and you can lead us to where we need to go in this nation. So let's start with S. S stands for strengths. The things that you are good at, what you do really well. So I want you to write S on your paper. These are your strengths. Think about, what am I really good at? If you're a really good runner, are you at recess? Are you outrunning everybody on the playground? Are you in the math class and you're scoring higher than everybody? Are you a singer? What is it that you're really good at? Is science your thing? Are you a really good writer? Do you write poems? What is it that you're really good at? What is unique about you? These are your strengths. Recognize them. It's okay. If you say, you know what, I'll be in the shower and I'll be singing really good. Maybe nobody else hear it, or maybe nobody else thinks it, but if you think you're good, that's your
all
strength.
that matters.
And we're going to talk about how you get even better at that. My daughter all the time, she said, oh, I'm a good singer. And I said, okay, well, we're going to get you into the school choir or something. So she said, well, I don't need that. You can always be better. You can always learn about being better. It's not that I don't think you're good, but how do you get even better? How do you learn how to control your voice in different songs? So it's about being better at what you do, because LeBron, you can best working every day. That talent in him, he was working every day to be better. So let's go to, do we have it written down, what you're good at? Everybody think about what you're good at, okay? So W stands for weaknesses. So that's all of us have something that we can improve on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we get better. If there's something we have to recognize, if we say, okay, you know, math is just not my thing, or science, I'm okay, but I can really be a little bit better, or whatever it is that you think that you can get better at. And maybe it's not school, maybe it's something else outside of school. You know, my mom just keeps telling me to clean my room. And every day I walk in, it's just not clean, and she keeps telling me. So maybe it's listening, being more responsible, and doing the things that you know that you're supposed to do. So maybe that's something I need to be a little bit better at. Because that's going to teach you responsibility. Because trust me, later when there's nobody at your house telling you to clean up, it's going to get bad, and it's going to start smelling, and you're going to be like, man, I wish my mom was here to tell me to clean my room. So those things that we're telling you and encouraging you to do now are going to help you later. It's going to build your habits. If you go to college, you got a roommate, and they're going to say, hey, we got to have a discussion, okay? Your side of the room, you got to clean it up. And you're like, oh, is it bad? And you're like, man, this is what my mom was trying to prepare me for. When you live it with someone else in a space, you may not always be in your own room. If you have your own room now, that's great, but these things that we're preparing you for are going to help you later, right?
Yes.
So write down what you can improve on, okay? So the next thing, opportunities, right? What are those opportunities? So if you said, okay, you know, math, I know I need it at some point. I don't know what that point is, but it's not that good. What are some opportunities for you to get better, right? Is there maybe there's a math club. You're like, I don't want to join the math. But maybe if you join the math club after school, that can help you get better. Being here today, this is an opportunity to help you be better. So what are those opportunities, right? That may not always cost money. My daughter was like, I don't want to sing in front of people. I want private lessons. And I was just like, who gonna pay for that? I said, you better join the choir at your school. That's free. It has a music teacher that went to music school, that has a music degree, and can help you learn, right?
Right.
So it doesn't always, you don't have to always go back to your parents and say, I need you to pay for this. What are some things already happening in your community that you can get involved in to help you be better? And whatever it is you want to be better at. If it's basketball, if it's track, if it's art, are there some classes going on, things that you can take part in to be better, right? So what are some opportunities? Now I want you to remember this process, because you can use this, like I heard the gentleman here saying that he's going to start a business when he gets out of school, right? You can use this to determine how is your business going to get better. What are the strengths of your business? I have a unique idea, right? But here's the weaknesses. Nobody knows about it. Now, what are the opportunities? Maybe I can go out and I can create a social media page so I can create awareness. So you can take this same process and use it for other things. For ourselves, always great. Maybe, and then you're like, but I'm not progressing. I'm not getting anywhere because you haven't taken a look at, okay, how can I get better, right? Okay, so T, what are those threats? What are those things, those problems that you might face? Even though social media is great, it still could be a problem, because as soon as you put out there something great, here comes the negative Nancy's, all this negative energy, and those bullies, people that say, oh, why are you doing that? Because don't ever think that just because you have a great idea, don't think there's no one waiting. The idea is not great, because they don't have one. So there are going to be some threats. There are going to be things that are going to come up. They're going to challenge you. If you're saying, you know what, I know that I need to get better at science, and I want to join this science club and get better. And students are like, why would you join a science club? We're going to go play after school. You should come do that with us. And you're like, man, I really want to do that. But sometimes you got to make those hard decisions, right? Because you have all weekend to play. But just that one day, you make the decision to go to that science club to help you get better, and then you pass with a B instead of a D. And you're like, you know what, if I would have went and played with them that one day out of the week, instead of just waiting till the weekend, I might not have gotten this B. And now you're feeling all proud because your grades improved. So there's going to be those things throughout the process that are going to challenge you. And they're going to come up and you're going to be like, ooh, let me rethink this. But we're going to build your confidence so that when those things do come along, you know how to handle it, right? Because bullying is real. Even you could have a friend that's been your friend since kindergarten. We've been friends forever. And they're always like, why are you doing that? You shouldn't do that. They're never encouraging you. They're always questioning why you're doing it rather than supporting you. Okay? So we want you to realize that you're great, and that you can always get better, and in order for you to be that future down the line and do great things, it starts now. It starts with you building that confidence now and doing those things now. So I want you to remember this. It's called the what? It's called the SWOT analysis. So when you go home and somebody says, what did you learn today? You're going to tell them,
SWOT
The SWOT.
analysis.
I'll be like, ooh. It took me all